the full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears.
No, we're talking about the game between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins that we won on that Hail Mary. Dude. What a fantastic game that was. What a fantastic game. We're really late, but what a fantastic game that was.
Yeah. I mean, the refs tried to take it from us, in my opinion.
I think in everybody's opinion. But
at least
that matter not.
I'm surprised they didn't try to take it on that last play with some bogus penalty. But there was at least 2 or 3 plays where we got first downs, and they were like, nope, you're a yard short.
Oh, wait. Hold on. We got to do the intro.
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode number 617. The 600 and Doug Williams episode. Or the 600 and...
Scary Terry.
Dude,
Even though it's past Halloween.
Scary Terry had a great game. And
he had Jaden Daniels' longest completion this year.
He also had that completion on the sideline with 2 seconds left and got out of bounds smart, unlike some people would have just stayed in and tried to get it.
Dude, it was just like Tony Romo said. And I know some people don't like Tony Romo. He is a former cow patty and everything. But he's really good as an announcer. Sometimes he just talks too much, kind of like me. But he is really good as an announcer. And he said exactly that kind of stuff. He's like, they're going to get 10 or 12 yards on a quick play, 4-second play. And I was like, 4 seconds? You're nuts. That's no way it's going to happen. But now we have competent coaches. And we have a budding superstar in our quarterback. And so, yeah, we got a 4-second pass down the field for 12 yards with Scary Terry. And that was all we needed.
Maybe I'm remembering this incorrectly, but did he draw on the screen with this teleprompter they need a pass over here? And they did it?
I don't remember I don't even know if there was time. He may have drawn on the screen real quick. I don't know if there was really because every time you think about drawing on the screen, I think of John Madden with the teleprompter back in the 80s. So he's like, so you go here and boom, it's all slow. And nowadays it'll be they're getting ready to go. And Mark Schlereth would be he needs to go here. And there's a quick arrow on the field and then it goes.
Yeah.
Plus, the gamer is also a lot quicker.
Yeah, I mean, what was I about to say? Scary Terry, back on Scary Terry. Did you notice on that last play, he drew 2 defenders away from the pile?
Yeah, what they said is guys were going for the exterior of the pile, someone goes behind, someone goes in front, and he had 2 people with him on the side, so that freed up our I believe he's our tallest receiver. Mr. Noah 50-50 Brown.
Noah Brown, the reason why he was freed up is because he was supposed to be boxed out by that dude, supposedly, that was taunting our fans on the sideline.
That Stevenson idiot, he's getting suspended for a half a game. Or he's on the bench.
Doesn't matter, he's an idiot. He's never going to live it down. He's getting suspended forever because he's never going to live that down, ever.
Yeah, dude, he tried to he was the same guy that tried to poke Cosby in the eye. And that's when Scary Terry was on the sideline saying, saying stuff.
Oh, he was talking to Stevenson?
Yeah, it was the same guy, dude. But, dude, like you said, the Bears are like us in the last 20 years. Just incompetence all the way up and down the line. People doing stupid stuff. We ain't like that anymore.
Last year, we got beat 40-20 by the Bears. We got destroyed in the beginning of
That's because was that DJ Moore that's now in Carolina? Was that DJ Moore that caught 3 touchdowns in that one?
I don't know.
Someone caught 3 touchdowns. Someone caught 3 touchdowns in that one.
The Bears fans were talking smack all week, man. I saw multiple places. I'm like, who are you guys to talk smack? And Caleb Williams, I'm sorry, dude. He is not Jaden Daniels. He came out there like we've got in the last 8 games now. We've gotten so accustomed with the accuracy of Jaden Daniels. Like this was one of his worst games accuracy wise, and well, he had an injured rib. But then Caleb Williams is like routinely, multiple times, like just throwing over dudes' heads on out patterns and stuff like that we were used to with like lesser quarterbacks. He is a butt cheek quarterback though.
Like John Beck. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is another one of those guys who can just run around and duck a tackle and woo jump out of a tackle, do a pirouette and throw the ball 40 yards and get somebody.
Oh yeah, and the thing that I was started to bring this up, the thing that like got me the most about the Bears fan talking smack before the game is I saw a video of a Bears fan like saying that Jaden Daniels was a wuss for his rib injury, and I'm like, our dude? Wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna go cry in my mama's lap. I'll be right back.
Hold on, do I have this?
Oh no, I'm so sad.
Do I have this sound effect? Our dude? Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Williams has got a lot of talent.
He's no Jaden Daniels. He's no
no
six-time
Jaden Daniels,
Pepsi Rookie of the Week.
Even though we totally stole one from him just because we have a lot more fans that are voting.
Two-time
He's been getting better though. He's been
Air and
getting better,
Ground of the Week.
Oh yeah, I love it. Like Pepsi Player of the Week, Aaron
FedEx.
Brown, FedEx. It's like those are the guys that jumped, that started the whole Dan Snyder downfall.
FedEx. I can't stand
And
it.
Pepsi.
Oh, Pepsi also? Because I could have
those
sworn
are
they had
guys.
Pepsi at the stadium. So
Well, they do now, but the stadium wasn't named Pepsi Stadium or like the Pepsi Glass or anything like that. But it was called FedEx Field.
dude, no one wants to name that stadium. It's so crappy, and like Dan Snyder went in there and just like took out seats so he could say that it was sold out every week, and to the point where like it just looks like a shell of metal up at the top.
It does, the top of the stadium, and like Josh Harris is going in there for the first day. He's like looking around, going, "Crap."
Yes.
Just looking at the upper deck and just all the. I mean, this freaking plywood over. At one point, where our seats, we actually had our season tickets were way up there, and they're gone. The seats are gone, or they're under plywood.
I think they're under like crappy plywood, painted haphazardly burgundy. Yeah, I know.
Black.
But all that's changing now, dude. Like overnight, almost overnight, as soon as Dan Snyder left, I swear it's like, ding dong, the witch is dead. Dun, 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 dun.
And I mean, we just had that awesome. I mean, we played pretty well in that game. The Bears defense is pretty good, other than that Stevenson idiot. But I mean, it was we would have lost that game. It was one of those games as we're going along the second half, and I was like, dang it, they're gonna like take the lead. Excuse me, they're gonna take the lead like with like a minute left or something like that, and we're gonna have the lead up until like a minute left, and we're gonna fall, and that's gonna suck. And then we just got that like I think they said it was a 13-second play.
Yeah, we could not score, and this is the second. We couldn't score against the Giants either, and I'm a little concerned about that this week. Like, why do we have these games where we can just march up and down the field and destroy them on like, yards, total yards and whatnot, but then we get to the end zone and we can't get in the end zone? One of those was
it sounds
called
like
back.
it sounds like a what is that guy's coach? What is that coach that we had? Jay Gruden. Sounds like Jay Gruden, except for that 1 year that he had Deshaun and Garcon, and both had 1,000-yard seasons. Other than that, it was a lot of like going down and kicking field goals.
Dude, we got to get in the end zone. I know the refs ripped this off because I swear when they quickly showed that replay, I haven't gone back and watched it, of Sam Cosmi being called a legal man downfield, and they drew like the little black zone that indicated 1 yard, and his foot was still in that zone. And I thought you had to be completely 1 yard. Your whole odd body has to be 1 yard down the field.
Yeah, and I mean that I don't know the rule, of course, because there's too many rules in football. But that play is he has to be because those guys are very large men.
Yeah.
So they're going to cross that play, even being large but kind of slow.
He's just 1 yard wide. He's 1 yard wide, dude. He turned sideways, dude, and he didn't have anything to do with the play either. He went over there and was just standing there, and they still called it. He wasn't running down the field like blocking before the ball was thrown or anything.
Yeah, there were a couple ticky-tack fouls like that sucked, but we persevered and we got through it.
Now that Zach Ertz one in the end zone, I think he dropped. I don't think he caught it.
That's just my
opinion. But still, there were a couple.
Really should be the 50-50 guy this year.
There were a couple of first downs that I was like, "What? We didn't make it there."
Yeah,
And I was like, "Why isn't he challenging these?" Because wasn't it one caused us to punt? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. One of them. We had to do another play after that. We did not convert the third down, and we had to punt, I believe. But yeah, there were a couple things like that where we were just like, why isn't he challenging it? But
get this.
I don't know. I have a feeling that they're a lot more competent up there than we are. They were just like, nope, not enough to overturn it. Let's go.
I only have one stat I want to show you.
Scoreboard.
The number 1 overall draft pick. Oh, that one. But the number 1 overall draft pick in this year's draft. Not the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. The old news Heisman Trophy winner.
Old news.
Was 10 of 24 with only 131 yards passing. But then he was sacked 3 times for 26 yards. So the total yards passing for Chicago, Caleb Williams, was 105 passing yards. Man. Compared to 313 passing yards for our Jaden Daniels.
Including that stat packing 60-yard bomb at the end.
he was 2 yards away from tripling Caleb Williams' passing yards. And hence he wins the Pepsi Rookie of the Week and the Aaron Ground and something else.
Aaron Ground Award.
Dude, if you guys think I sound weird today, it's because I'm literally trying to fight off puking. I got the ginger ale. But anyway.
Yeah, dude, we're getting old. It's starting to get cold.
Dude, let's give our games and kicks and then talk a little bit about this game against the Giants because I'm concerned about this game. No one else seems to be, but I am.
Dude, anyway. I'm always concerned when we go to the ghetto lands. Always concerned.
They always have some random dude that we've never heard of that runs like 300 yards against us. And I heard they had some new random dude last week that ran all over.
Bradshaw.
Yeah. They had some new random guy last week that no one's heard of ran all over whoever they played. But I also heard that he's injured this week. So they might get another guy that we've never heard of.
Yeah, really. It's going to be very interesting going in this. Because, I mean, we can talk about that we'll be talking about that Hail Mary for forever. So,
yeah,
people have been talking about it so much this week. So, yeah, let's talk about let's do the games and kicks.
One more thing about that, though, because I kept hearing, I listen to Al Galdi, which is pretty much the only show I listen to because it's a podcast, and whenever I drive somewhere, I'll listen to it and skip the 30 minutes of commercials and hear the 20 minutes of his actual content. Right. But he was saying, all these people were saying that that's, the best play, most exciting play they've ever seen by Washington, but I that's arguable to me. I think the kick heard round the world was a more improbable ending to a game.
That because that game, you and I were at that game along with your brother and his wife. That was a crazy game. And I mean, let's go back through that play really quick.
Which one?
The kick heard around the world because Dallas was kicking a field goal to win with no time left.
A chip shot. It was from the 5 or 10 yard line.
It was really, really close.
Yeah.
And Washington Redskin for about 5 minutes, Troy Vincent, Eagles legend, blocked the kick.
Yep.
And who picked it up to run
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor picked it up to run it back. and Jason Witten face masked Sean Taylor to tackle him because he was going to go all the way.
At like the 50.
Right.
Like,
and so they tacked on 15 yards for that. And then
and
Nick Novak. Oh, go ahead.
Untimed down because it can't end on a defensive penalty.
Can't end on a defensive penalty. So we get a chance to kick again. And Nick Novak, Albemarle High School's finest, who had already missed a field goal for us with about a minute left or so, and that came on. And I think they called timeout on him or something like that. But anyway, he did the kick heard around the world. And that was all like one play. One play.
Yeah. We went from surely losing the game with Dallas kicking a chip shot to somehow
after we just missed a field goal.
We didn't go into overtime either. It was all in regulation.
It was all in 0-0-0 regulation.
That to me was like the most improbable win I've ever seen. Like Hail Mary, you have a chance to just catch it.
Do that Hail Mary in the 80s. Come on, everybody does a Hail Mary. No, that I think this Hail Mary is right up there. I mean, those are two of the two best plays that I can think of. I mean, other than like John Riggins and 4th and 1 shedding that blocker off from the Dolphins in the first Super Bowl that we won, 17. That's an iconic play, but it's not a not a wild and wacky play like the kick heard around the world, and it's not a oh my God, what just happened with the Hail Mary.
Yeah. And the beauty of the Hail Mary is that they practiced it, and that was their plan, was to tip it up.
Tip it up and have someone in the front, someone in the back, and someone on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it worked out because that dumbass in the Bears taunting, turned around. There's people already 40 yards coming down the field towards him. And so he ran to the thing, and you could see him. He runs to the pile and just jumps up and sticks his hand out there and tips it himself over everybody else because he had like the momentum.
Yeah. All the Bears fans were in the end zone like, dude, there's a play happening. And he's like over there taunting. Did you see that camera shot from the end zone?
Oh, who didn't see that camera shot?
I saw 8 million camera shots, heard the radio call in like 5 different languages and everything else. Yeah, it was awesome. All right, let's do games and kicks, and then I need to get going here. So
Aaron's got work to do.
Yeah.
If he doesn't it, Aaron, you puked.
I haven't puked yet, but I've had the other side. All right, here we go.
Games and kicks.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
This week's Kicking the Balls Award, as usual, is brought to you by our friends at Rid-A-Poo. For all the doo-doo that you do, there's Rid-A-Poo available at True Value and other fine hardware stores. All right, I have a kick. Do you have one ready?
Oh, yeah. My
go
kick's
ahead.
going to Tyreek Stevenson for the Bears.
Mine's not. I think you should get the game ball. Just kidding.
No, actually, yeah, we do.
Who are you getting from our team, though? We don't have dysfunctional people like that anymore. We have to be a little more nitpicky.
Yeah, true.
It's harder to pick kicks now than game balls. For the longest time, it was hard to find a game ball.
I said I was going to have a kick. I was going to do the same kick and game ball for this episode, and I'm not wrong. My kicking in the balls goes to Noah Brown because he dropped like two really important passes in this game.
It says he only caught 3 on 6 targets. Does that last one, is that considered a target because it was kind of just like put up for grabs?
Man, that's a good point.
3 for 6 targets.
It says his longest was 52, but I mean, I guess it was 52 because of where we were. I guess officially
48, yeah. 48-yard line. All right,
so
I know
it's on there. So anyway, yeah, dude, 50-50, man.
All right, I know who mine's going to. Zach Ertz for not catching that touchdown pass, and the refs for ripping us off.
A lot of people are just like, Zach Ertz is so special for us. It's good that we got him. He's a veteran presence and everything. But there's a small minority of people, including you and me, who are just like, dude, you need to catch the ball more, old man.
Yeah, I mean,
He can't be dropping the ball so much because he really is the 50-50 right now.
what was his
we used to
stat
call
line?
Gary Clark that.
Let's see. He had
His-
7 catches on
Yeah.
11 targets.
Yeah, yeah,
The big one was a dropped one in the end zone.
yeah.
Terry
So
McLaurin
stupid.
over 100 yards. Dang. Okay. All right. Anyone? The only person in the chat room this early morning is Filthy Lucre. And how's it going, dude? Anyway,
He's probably like, dude, I'm like playing like Stardew Valley, and these guys are doing a podcast.
I don't even know what that is. All right, let's go into the game
I
ball.
don't either. It's a game.
You do too know what it is.
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
You brought it up, dude.
Oh, I'm bringing up Steam now so I can see what other.
Do you want to
Brother.
give your game ball?
Yeah, my game ball.
You got to do it in the segment, though.
My game ball is going to Noah Brown. I don't have to say why. He's probably playing Helldivers 2 or maybe Stellaris.
Well, I was going to give my game ball to someone else, but we
Yeah.
cannot be remiss in giving a game ball to Jaden Daniels for playing injured, unlike the wuss that he's not. Wait. And unlike the wuss that he's not. That's the name of this podcast. We got to remember.
Like the wuss that he's not.
I don't even know what that means. Anyways, dude came in,
That matters not.
played injured, and threw for over 300 yards in a game that I kind of feel we needed to win this game, honestly, but because we got a few hard ones coming up.
The fact that he actually showed up, and this weekend is a hard one. This game tomorrow is a hard one. The
Yeah.
fact that Jaden Daniels even played the game, just like his mom said, he's fine.
You could tell he's not fine. He was not.
Yeah, you can totally tell. But you saw him moving around and doing his arms and stuff like that. And what I've heard, it's a pain management issue, not like injuring himself worse issue.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. What do they give players? You have to take in like Toradol or
Cortisone or something? I don't know.
It depends on what it is.
They give him something. They jack him up with some drugs. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow, let's talk a little bit about this. We've already done it. I'm concerned about this game. I know that this team, unlike teams in the past, are not going to let this be what do they call it? A trap game or a letdown game?
Right.
They're gonna be
2-6.
focused.
Yeah.
They're gonna be focused. Well, the Jets were 2-6 and they beat whoever that was. Who'd they play the other night? I watched a little bit of it. Someone that was 6-2.
Yeah, I can't remember, but they also got Devontae Adams back, so it's like,
Yeah,
it's increased.
I know, but they were getting it handed to them in the first half.
Yeah,
I
and they
think
came
Aaron
back
Rodgers
and
had like 30 yards passing or something. Yeah, they came back and won.
won.
Anyway, you can't take anyone lightly in this league because there's such parity. Like all the teams could win any time with just one or two plays or bad calls by the likes of Cleet Blakeman.
Cleat.
Try to take that game from us. But anyway.
Personal foul.
Personal
Mr.
foul.
Roughness.
Reffing the kicker.
Roughing 15 yards. Injury report for this weekend. Cornelius Lucas is out.
Yeah, but is Brandon Coleman back? Because that's going to be huge if he's not.
He played. He practiced yesterday.
All right, good. So we're okay then, because those guys are kind of. You always say it. I was thinking about this when I heard about Cornelius Lucas, because last week he was on the injury report for a neck, and this week's it's an ankle, and you're always like, those big dudes, man, they just can't. They got too much weight on them to hold up.
Ankles and knees, man. It's just so much. It's I'm a skinny guy. Some of those guys are like twice my weight. Like the really, really big dudes.
Some of those dudes are probably closer to 3 times.
It might be.
Anyway, anyone else of note on there?
You want to tell the story of how I fit through the window in your house back in high school? No, we've already talked about that.
Yeah. Plus
Nobody
I'm
else.
too
Brian
sick.
Williams is questionable.
No, I am going to tell this story. You guys know on the windows where they have those little like latches that allow you to open a window like 4 inches to let air in, but people can't rob your house. Well, guess what? We put John through that window.
Like, dude, it was more like 8 or 9 inches, I think.
No, it was not. It was like this high, like 4 or 5 inches. It was those little safety latches that people have on their windows to keep it from.
I missed
people
my
breaking
life
in.
crime after that, man. I should have just you know.
I was
started
locked
going
out of my
around.
house because I forgot my key as usual. And John, like, we just fed him through there like a mail slot, as Josh
You and
always
Eve
says.
fed me through there, and I had to like turn my head sideways.
Your head was the hardest thing to get in there. Your big old head. Your head doesn't squish in any. It's like.
Yeah, really.
Anyway, with that being said, I got to get out of here. So,
All right, this weekend, Saturday or tomorrow, 1 p.m. on Fox. Commanders at Giants.
I'd like to give a shout out to all the millions of people in the chat room. Filthy Luke Ray at 5:30 a.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah,
Did you
right.
get your mug yet, dude? The Washington State Redskins mug? Because that was pretty cool. Yeah. Give a shout out to who else? Our sponsors, Ridapoo and
Dick's
what's
Pitch.
Oh, I forgot to give the Dick's Pitch ad. Dick's Pitch, remember to redip at the half. Now we'll get our check. Get in our Discord room, tinyurl.com/HarryHF. Send us an email, hhfpodcast@gmail.com. See us on X at Harry Hogg.
Biggest thing is come to our Discord room because that's a bunch of Redskins /Commander/Washington football team fans.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys after this game. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Bears fan,
And a Cowboys fan or a Bears fan, you know what to do.
Joker!